Hey, what's up everyone? Tedrick85 here. And today I'm making this video because there's some awesome news that I heard the other day and I just have to share. And for those of you that are Legend of Korra fans, I'm sure you have already heard that there's going to be comics released for the animated series, which, as a fan, I kind of figured there would be comics sooner or later, but still, the fact that they're announcing this, and also Dark Horse Comics is going to be doing this, I'm just so super excited about this. And but yeah, Brian Konietzko actually confirmed this at a convention, and here the focus of the Legend of Korra comics, at least for the first 3 volumes, is going to be focusing on Korra Sami, which of course, those of you who have watched the series finale knows that the Korrasami is canon in that, but I think this is really cool that they're going to be focusing on this relationship right away because, of course, there's going to be people out there, even today, that still doubt the legitimacy of this thing, even though it's canon. You know, lots of people say that it was underdeveloped in that and that they didn't see it coming and whatnot, but I think these comics, from what I've been hearing, and especially with this news coming up with the Korrasami being focus of of these comics, is that I think them delving into this relationship even more will pretty much settle this argument once and for all. We're actually going to see further development of Korra and Asami's relationship because you can only get away with it, which Brian and Mike had said this in the past. There's only so much you could get away with in an animated series, let alone one on Nickelodeon and that. And where these comics are coming out, they're going to be able to do things and explore things that they wouldn't be able to in an animated series. So I think that the fact that Kurosami is getting the focus in the first 3 volumes of this comic is very important. It delves into this relationship further and that, and I'm super excited. I know I've been a shipper of this particular relationship and that, and I'm just so excited of what I'm gonna be reading whenever these comics come out, and not only will it be focusing on Korrasami, but it's also going to focus on the aftermath of the finale and that, and another important thing that there's not going to be any big time jump or anything. This is going to happen shortly after the events of the series finale and that, and it's going to be interesting to see just how Republic City rebuilds, and not only Republic City, but how the Earth Kingdom is going to be able to get back on its feet after being unified as the Earth Empire under Kubera and that, and it's going to be interesting what happens there. And let's not forget that Prince Wu is going to be stepping down as king and that, and he wants a more democratic approach to how things are being run in the Earth Kingdom now, and I'm looking forward to see what happens there too. And for those of you that, like me, that were worried that, oh, well, since Brian and Mike is gonna take a backseat like they usually do in the comics, that someone else is gonna write the story arc concerning Korra and Asami, don't worry about that because Michael DiMartino, he's gonna be involved with the story in this, and of course Brian and Mike were for Korrasami and that to begin with, and the fact that Mike is gonna be involved with the character arcs in this is gonna be awesome. And yeah, this makes me excited for them even further than that. And I think it's nice that Dark Horse Comics is letting Brian and Mike put their input in this. After all, it's their series and that, so this is their baby. So it's gonna be very nice to see them getting involved with this and seeing how the Avatar world is after the animated series and that, and I know with the Avatar Last Airbender, the comics delved further into what happened after the 100-Year War. And for those of you that haven't read either The Promise or The Search or The Rift, I very highly recommend doing so because they are fantastic comics. And I think these Legend of Korra comics that are going to be coming out are going to be fantastic too. And but yeah, I know some of you out there are probably disappointed that there's not going to be another animated series or anything like that, but like I said before, the comics are going to delve into material in that no animated series would even think about covering in that, and I, for one, personally, I would rather prefer comics than an animated series anyway, because I like reading comics and that, and with comics, the sky's the limit in that. Whereas with an animated series, you can only get away with so many episodes and only 23-minute long episodes. But with comics, you can have comic after comic after comic. It just never ends. So that is definitely another big benefit of this coming out and that. So, but yeah, I don't. They haven't released a date on when the comics would be out, but hopefully it'll be out sooner rather than later. And you better bet that when the pre-ordering comes out for these comics, I'm going to be one of the first people to do so because I think this is just absolutely fantastic news. I, for one, have never got over this whole Legend of Korra thing and that. I'm still as big of a fan now as what I was even going back to book one and that, and especially after the series finale, I'm a huge fan of this show. So, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm also looking forward to hearing any kind of comments or anything that you guys might have. So, please feel free to leave a comment or leave a video response and tell me what you guys think of anything, and if you have any thoughts and opinions on on what you feel about the comics or anything you would like to see in the comics, please feel free to say so and that. And but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you so much for listening to this, and I will see you guys again next time.